Hey guys, it's me, Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. Let's take a look at the markets. Yeah, nothing new, I guess. It's technically counter trend, but who would want it like this? I mean, that's a powerful break, by the way. And it's a Friday, so chill, chill, Mishka. Chill. Yeah, no, doesn't look good. My morning internet. Now we know this for sure. Morning internet sucks. At where I am. Spy, Dow Jones. Yeah, looks similar. Also, okay, that would be the. Well, it's not the sign of strength because it's part of the upthrust as well. So this actually, but yeah, volume distribution is not good. Nothing is good here. Nothing looks good here. I'm still pissed off at myself for turning down the job in favor of the workshop. Just because like one guy, smooth stalker in the acting studio, talked me out of. That's interesting. That's an interesting volume. KFC goes lower. Just can't break me even. That's freaking annoying. Now I'm learning the downside of uh it's at 74 right now. The downside of options You see how far below we are my break even, and still options cannot reach a break even price. And that sucks. Boom. Mm, it's a it's a spring, but yeah, we have a bigger volume in our way. I think here looks like. And yeah, this thing needs to calm down. And there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Same here. It's in a big range. Yeah, it missed it by a hair, but what can I do? But what can I do? Same thing here. It did touch it. Oh my god. Look at this guy. It did touch it by a hair. And this is unvolumed. Anyway. Counter trend. Strong break. Yeah. Change direction here. One bar rule. Um, Actually, this is the biggest volume. And this is a sign of strength too. 0.5. I don't know though. Where do we go with all of this? It's counter trend, but so what? Cisco, Fjord breaks out. it should have. Yeah, Hubble does the same. Good strong break. One bar reversal. Then it doesn't hold on test. And now it goes below. Um, Very powerful break. And it's in correction, right? So really this 0.5 is not fair. This is fair. And this volume looks like an exhaustion. You have room though. You didn't reach 0.5 correction yet. So there's no volume here, but there is a lot of volume here. I don't think it's a true volume actually. I don't think it's a true volume. This might be, probably not this. My point is it's a strong approach. So, so and it just goes higher. Oh, so yeah. Continuation of the trend. Check again in 23 minutes. Continuation of the trend. Boom. Look at this volume. It's already a bigger volume. That might be it for Netflix. We'll see how it held up, how much volume it ends up with this day, but yeah, on hourly it definitely looks like something extraordinary. Words are very unnecessary. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I mean, technically it's at the level, but would you even? And by the way, This is the level because first it went down. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's a very interesting volume. Um, Continuation of the trend. However, it's too far from point five. There is no point even of like looking for an entry on minutes, on 5 minutes. Yeah, no, too far from point five. Why the heck the impulse should accelerate, the wave should accelerate here. Yeah, in this volume. And why do everything is so high up? Mm, boom, look at this volume. Maybe not. This thing went down. Volume is not good. Yeah. No break though. I mean, barely broke. Mm, yeah, it needs to show us local extremum. Needs to find its local extremum. It's in a good place. You know? And it's a break now. Not for investment trade because there is no month levels on month, but um, tried to hold it and then broke down. It didn't hold the sign of strengths, but also just look at this guy. Ay ay ay. That was our No, it wasn't a resisting bar because it was a part of this 2 bar upthrust. Anyway, it's something to watch. To keep an eye on a daily. I don't think it's gonna hold actually on Oklo. That sounds Finnish or Scandinavian. Oklo Moklo. Um, Volume distribution is weird. Not not the weirdest. So I think it actually, I'd say it's more likely to break it down than not. From 5 to 200 in 2 years. Not bad of a journey. 40 folds. What do they do? Fission reactions. Linear just through the design deploy. Ah, someone is crying. Santa Clarita, California. Yeah, I think these guys are up to some trouble. That would need a test daily because there's a bigger volume. It's November 24 though. Let's like I don't trust November 24 anymore. Yeah. Let's call it continuation of the trend. This one too. What is their capitalization now? 24 billion, 16 smaller stocks, and they don't pay dividends. And so, where do they get the stocks from? Anyone knows? Nobody knows it, but you got a secret smile and use it only for me. Nobody knows it, but you got a secret smile and use it. You remember this mellow? I like mellow songs. I think it comes from my dad. He would listen to Chris de Burgh and Chris Ree and Elton John. Uh, besides Russian rock, Leningradsky Rock Club, and all this stuff. Mm, this 0.5 is not fair. This is fair, but still close. Unvolumed upthrust, bigger volume at approach. And this is a part of the spring. It's actually a good question to ask from my trading coach, I think. Because technically this volume is a part of this spring, 2 bar spring. And yet there's a bigger volume. Yeah, so absolutely unvolumed. Um, and yet on the hours it does its thing. Look at it. Um, bunch of volume. And one bar reversal. Maybe a mistake. Boom. There it goes. And then it goes. I wouldn't use coincidence of the levels because of how volume is distributed. So um, let's keep it. There's no context, so we have it on our list. Same, like we already had a stock like this. I'd rather say it will tend to reverse after this volume. And even though it's like a support level, I'd more so expect it here to break. Um, yeah. I just visited my physical therapist that fixed my neck, fixed my lower back a few years ago. Hopefully now he's gonna take care of my neck. And I already ordered a stand for my laptop and keyboard and mouse and all of that. Uh, I think it's more like this. Um, well, yeah, just visiting him was very inspiring to pay more attention to my posture. That's interesting to. This looks a lot like exhaustion volume. This is gonna break, but regardless, look at all this volume. And we're below it now, so. Wait, I have it on my list. I have this in my list. Uh, it broke the level here. And then it was a level here. And this was another level. all in all, I think that's something to be considered, considering where we are at the monthly chart on month. Yeah, so okay, let's see our gainers. Oh, we have some. Market is unidirectional. Adobe is there. Is it all three? Dunge. Powerful move. Okay, it's right there. Intel. So correction to 0.5. Classy. Boom, comes here, changes direction. Didn't give us a test, technically. Um, oh, you see? Fang made it um, to the resisting bar level. And I love it here so much more. And I love it here so much more. Just needs levels now. But good job. The guy is getting there. And that's enough, I think. GM, yeah. I can also watch through the um, my daily watch real quick. It's closing gonna break. This is better. Still no. Well, this too. I think this slightly better, but wait, what? No. Oh, it is cute. Um, um. So yeah, I'm just fooling around here. And they're absolutely equal. This is my hair, I think. No, they're. I think this is bigger for hair. Just for funsies. Yeah, this is a little bigger. Good eye. Um, but anyway, yeah. Budush. It's now in a balance. And it doesn't look good. Um, this is gonna be a break. And then you'll need to wait for the levels. Boom. Look at the Netflix. Crazy. Uh, so that's the range established now. Look at this guy. Okay, the moment of truth. Closes above or closes below? Looks like it's funny close below. Look at this guy. Boom. Um, Interesting, but it did close below. Extremely powerful move, I think. Not extremely, but powerful move. Okay, all right then. We're gonna keep watching it as we always do. Tank is there. It's levels then, right? Yeah. Same thing, except for that's where we can go. That's the potential. Um, it's pretty significant volume on monthly. It's like the biggest volume. Technically one of, but for the purpose of this conversation can be the biggest. That's all there. No, it was October. Yeah, I think it needs levels because it's tempting to. But we did have a level here. It's tempting to do coincidence of the levels, but it's counter trend. So let it. So let it happen. Let it happen. Dun, 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 dun. It looks like expanding balance now. Dun, 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 dun. That reminds me, I need to answer Casey. He wrote me recently about. Remember Casey? He wrote me about the proprietary trading he just started. And I'm not a big proponent of proprietary trading, I'll be honest with you. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think it's designed to for you to work for free. So basically what you do, you provide liquidity for a firm that resells it um, to bigger market participants and data, of course, too. So the whole thing designed in a way so that you don't lose much money, but also you don't gain anything. You just work for the stock exchange, generating liquidity for free. That's my take. That's the way I see it. It can be good boot camp if you don't have enough capital, but also if you don't have enough capital, just do paper trading. Because like the problem with proprietary trading is that they limit you significantly with they enforce the amount of trades you have to do per week, what instruments, uh, how much risk carrying out overnight, and all of that. Maybe like if you can find a firm that really is in tune with your style and frequency of trading, that can work. But other than that, it's going to be like pushing you out of your like natural rhythm, if it makes any sense, and like enforce its own rhythm on you, which in my case I think can be detrimental. It's interesting what happened with the volumes here. It's not bad of a volume, and it's already good volume. There's bigger volume, way bigger volumes in our case. Even from the last approach, we have this, we have this, we have this volume is good. And yet, and yet, I think it's workable, especially with this volume. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. You see, most of the time it doesn't want to like go to the detail. It doesn't want to let you enter the trade. However, I think um, I think these volumes are good. Why does it show military time all of a sudden? It's exchange. Oh, it's Russian stock. Oh, that's why. Okay. That makes sense. It's a Russian stock. I was like, wait, wait. It's good in continuation of the trend. You see the 5 minute? Not enough of liquidity is what's going on here. It doesn't even have financials. But yeah, it's good in continuation of the trend, and we'll honor it, even though it's like after hours on Friday. So should be super conservative. Damn, I'm so pissed off at myself. Still, uh, told you multiple times already. Just I got a job offer for this Saturday, but I also had a workshop scheduled with Mark Teschner and Paul Ruby. Both are like great casting directors. And I called their like school administrator, Alan, and he like brutally talked me out of choosing the job. And job comes first. That's my rule. And that's how I roll. Jeopardize my values. And he was harassing me. I'm such a slow thinker and slow processor. Deep thinker and slow processor, I would say. And he was like, is it a background job? I was like, no. And he was like, is it paying $100 a day? I was like, no. It's a digital commercial and it's like no residuals, but it pays. And he found my weak spot, and I was like, yeah, probably you're right. It's like, and I really want to see like Paul Rudy, and even more so, I want Paul Rudy to see me because he cast like a lot of verticals, and they are like they're a thing right now in a way. So anywho, after like talking to him, I called casting director of the commercial, and I was like, hey, sorry, I'm gonna pass. And then a few hours later, I was like, why did I do that? I always prioritize work. If there is a work, I take it. And it was like a all right paying job, It wasn't like the best pay in my life, but it wouldn't break or make my bank, but it's job. And that's like, I go to workshops to get job. Do, I don't go to job to get workshops, if it makes sense to you. I'm still so mad at myself. Oh yeah, and like of all the things, I was like, who is this guy? And like I go to check him out on the on Instagram, and the like second or third post I see is like vividly, obviously, unequivocally, unequivocally. Is it right pronunciation? Russophobic post. So, I fell under charm of like Russophobe. Hey, what happened to my two bar split? So sad story. But it is what it is. So right. Resistance. Yeah. But it's all right. Also, like I'm worried here about this level because it's just like too close to T2. So I'd rather have this daily price go to this monster level and then look for an entry. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, that's my story. It was like, damn, never again. I'll allow myself to work first, like gig. Like there's so much implied that you learn on set, like implied knowledge. I still like feel like in my learning curve, at least for me, maybe for someone like for some other actors, no, like the actors that do like fine tuning of their technique and like, but at the point of career where I am, just being on set for principal role is always better learning experience than any workshop I can think of. And you get paid to learn. Learn it while you earn it. Even non-speaking roles, I'd say, like for like a featured extra standing against like some great actor who is like really skillful, not just like because they're great, but because not because they're famous, but because they're great actors. I was working with Larry David. I've learned so much about improv, about comedy, about being funny, about everything. Like 4 maybe days I worked with him. Bro, it was such a boot camp for me. I'm sure it's better than like basic level class of groundlings or UCB or like second second stage. So yeah, still mad. Still mad with myself. At myself, I think rather, but doesn't matter. What's done is done. I think I'm just such a easy like under influence person, so like I have to have like strict rules that I go by when I communicate to people. Just because mm, I fall under influence, otherwise I jeopardize my values. So like I have to have like a strict rule, like work over life over anything else. So when people start like smooth talking me in the other direction, I was like, no, 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 that's against my rules. And maybe also like let myself think for a little bit. That's my other big one. Like I often don't let myself really process the information, and I'm a slow processor and deep thinker, and I try to make decisions on the spot and never end up good. Is it still a balance? It is still a balance. And you guys, I finished watching Conclave yesterday. Good picture. And maybe I'm getting older, but I really liked what Fiennes, Fiennes, Ralph Fiennes is his name, is doing there. I think it's good. It's a good work. It's subtle. It's not so screaming, but it's, it's a good work. Um, it's getting there. And let me guess, it's continuation. Yes, it's beyond our rotation point, so it's two time frame. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, and I've learned to let myself be sad when I do something that like I didn't like, because that's how I get emotional intelligence uh, around the subject, not just like intellectual, but like trying to calm yourself, like, oh, no biggie, next time you'll do better. It doesn't work for me. I need to go into the sadness, and process it and get my emotional experience. So the next time, not only my brain will help me make the right decision, but also my guts. Like, no. Remember how much in pain you were last time you did otherwise? You see, it went up there and then done, went down. Irene. So yeah, life is a learning experience for me. Okay, that's what we've got on the table for today. Let's run through all of this one more time. One more time. What the heck? I'm cooking pork ribs with potatoes tonight. Would you like to come? Some sex workers got my number from somewhere, and now I get these weird messages. Um, and I'm not replying them. I also got the job offer. But yeah, I think it comes from my Instagram or something. But I get like random messages. Hey, you were so great last night. You know, from this is a job offer for downtown for right now. But I don't want to be in downtown by 10 a.m. How much do you guys pay? Um, yeah, my phone number is a mess. It's just polluted with spam. And it was like I'm debating myself because like I really want to like get rid of it, but it feels like changing number will not really help. Uh, because some of the spam I think I start receiving even before I expose my phone number. And I registered it, registered. I registered it with um, this do not call federal database and everything. But spammers, they apparently do not care because why would they? All right, that looks like it closed below. So yeah, this is a break. Where was our? It was a 11:30. 11:30. Yeah. No, actually, it's interesting. It started at 10:30, so it closed at 11:35. So this, anyways, it broke the level. It can go. It can go. Can go. Yeah. No, let's see through our day again. Funny. This guy's. Bro, I need this thing to break me even. That's nice. It's actually perfect on Adobe. And it's a break, and it's all good. All good stuff. Um, yeah. Lean I have opened. HSBC. Yeah, I just kissed this level. Look at this guy. But unvolumed. Yeah, I became way more chill when I told you my trading coach recently said like the golden thing. He said that a setup, an entry point for me is always a malfunction of the of the market because it's designed for me to lose money, not to make money, and for everyone else for that matter, um, except the selected few smart hands, institutional investment, informed traders, whatever is your lingo. But it was not designed for me to make any money for sure. So should be treated. This was like no position on monthly. Still can go, but I decided to close it all when I realized that this move already reached its potential. Because like I would stress myself out with how rare there are an entry for me. It totally makes sense because this market was not designed for me to make money. It's designed for me to lose money. Um, it's down, it's counter trend. So yeah, why is it even on my? No, it's on the daily watch. I don't want to have anything to do with this thing. Uh, and that's a continuation of the trend on Ionic. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. And that's what we have on Ionic. And that's what we have on Ionic. It's there, but it's not in 0.5, so I cannot do anything here. I need it to come here. Well, this is good in continuation of the trend as well. Uh, maybe the self-hate I impose on myself has nothing to do with me turning down the job in favor of the class. Maybe it's just my habit of self-hatred. um, and being a minority does not contribute positively to this situation. I've noticed um, there's so many things I need to learn about being a minority because I've never been except for the past 12 years. It's still a new thing for me. Um, it's still a new thing. This is good in continuation of the trend, and that's our, yeah, resistance on year. The rest is continuation of the trend. Yeah, so there's so many things I need to be aware of that don't apply to you when you are a majority, like I used to be back in Russia. Uh, and there's so many things you have to learn about yourself when you all of a sudden become a minority. And I kid you not, I didn't think through it when I was um, moving to United States. It's not like I wasn't forced in this migration, but it's definitely an interesting experience to me. Okay, let's keep it open on Citigroup. It's such a learning experience for sure. And I wouldn't even start to process it really till quite recently. We're in point five. Um, see this visual effects, like on one chart it looks perfectly fine, on the other it looks off. You see, I was saying I'm not going to even consider anything from here. This level, though, is way more doable, but time-wise, it's not going to work out. By the time we reach here, most likely we'll be at the end of the day, and then it's going to close in correction. Apple is there, but would you, and it's not even a resisting bar level, it's just sign of strength. Would you even consider? Would you even consider? I'll be observing because it's my um, it's an area of my growth. Just to look at the stock, don't jump on them. You remember? I was like prone to jump on the situation, which is not really good. And it's like it's our predatory nature. It's like mouse, cat sees a mouse and cat jumps on the mouse. It's just like it's just how we operate. Just takes time to rewind this reflexes and start working um on the skill set. Rely on the skill set, not reflex. If we don't raise to our occasion, we're seeing down to the level of our training. I think it's one of the scientist quotes. I'm not sure, but that's the quote I've been given in my acting class for sure, in Sanford Meisner class. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's it for today. Not for today, but for now. I'm gonna start my day. You guys trade responsibly on your own. Never listen to anyone. No one knows anything. Learn and grow in the communities of like-minded people.